Hi, good morning or whatever time of the day it is. Welcome to Tarot Time. And I have to tell you, the next 3 weeks are going to be really defining because we're entering into this incredible portal. It's a quantum leap of collective consciousness. So in about 3 weeks or so, we'll have a better idea of what direction our society's heading and what direction we're heading into. Right now, it's a big unknown. We know there's a big change. We feel it. Our energy's different. Everything's different. So hopefully, in today's tarot time, we'll be able to give you a better idea, heads up of where we're heading after the quantum leap happens. So in any event, hi, I'm just gonna put my glasses on to see who's here. Hello. Happy Sunday, Suzette, Millie, Mr. Floyd, Huda, 1101, Great Rising, Yvonne, Great Rising all. Carla's in. All right, so we're getting off to a slow start this morning, but the people will find us. So yes, much favor to you, and Huda, wow, you're in New York now. Cool. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Laura. Hi, Katie, Bluebird. All right. So, I say hi, Jody. I say hello to everybody. This is just kind of my way of firstly, inviting you or welcoming you. But secondly, there's a little bit of a delay with the notification system on YouTube. So I just want to give the live people a minute to get their notifications, to get here and so forth and so on. But I think we're just about ready to begin now. And hopefully everybody's having a good and nice, peaceful Sunday. Probably be drinking a lot of water. So basically, I didn't check my ephemeris. Usually I do that. Well, we're gonna have firstly, August 1st is right around the corner. That's a big time. The master teachers, the group that works with me when I channel, has given me just sort of a heads up for August 1st, August 2nd. There may be some really big events, talking about anomalies in the sky, stuff like that. I think there's a class M solar flare this morning. There's a class double X not that long ago. So, the sun's still active. In my mind, I'm seeing a big cat. So I think they're reminding me part of this is the Lionsgate portal that we have every year. But this year, the year also comes to an 8 in numerology, 2024. So it's actually an 888 in numerology, which it's pretty special. Plus, we have this massive shift in collective this collective quantum shift in consciousness is happening. Sometimes I can't talk on a Sunday morning, but anyway, I know you guys love me anyway. Oh, welcome from South Africa. It's interesting, Cheryl, just to note, I did a reading on Friday for a young man, and South Africa came up, but he didn't know what that meant. He said, I've been to Africa, but not South Africa. But anyway, so Nate, this could be good, Jody. Just keep praying and seeing yourself living there, seeing everything's cleaned, everything that needs to be sold or moved is gone. Of course, you have your own special, memorabilia also. All right, yeah, welcome. So, what time is it in South Africa? Is it must be trending towards midnight, right? And anyway, it's 11 a.m. or a little after 11 a.m. here. So we're going to get started with some tarot stuff. I may, what's going on? There's a square that's going to be with us for a while. That's beginning. Is that Neptune and Uranus? I have to look this up now. Excuse me. I'll be right back while I'm looking in my calendar, seeing where those planets are. So we'll just say for August 1st, Taurus and Pisces. That's actually looks more like a sextile. All right, well, we'll take Uranus and Neptune sextiling. That's kind of cool in a way. So is it Saturn? You know what? No, it's not that. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, anyhow, let's see, 5:10 p.m. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, And your birthday and my mother's birthday is 8/8. Yeah. So that's probably why they showed me the big cat to remind us that we're in the Lionsgate portal. Yeah. Very good. So let's start out with the meditation card. Now, by the way, next weekend is our big retreat. It's the Spirit Fest in the Catskill Mountains. There's still 2 spots open if anybody wants to jump in on the last minute. But the reason I'm mentioning it is that I'm not going to be doing tarot time on Sunday because we'll be up at the retreat center doing some courses and some really high level spiritual work then. So Cheryl Logan, you're a 3/3. I had a 3/3 for reading, and a YouTuber that I like, Ralph Smart, always makes a point of saying that he's born on 3/3, and he could be from South Africa too. He's very dark skinned, and he sounds like British, so he could be from that area also. But anyway, what's his channel's name? Well, his name's Ralph Smart. If anybody knows his channel, you're welcome to flash that. All right, so let me pull a air in New York City. Burning eyes in the air. The air's not great up here. Also, we're getting whether it's from Western Canada or California. We're also, I think, we're in the eastern seaboard. We're getting a lot of haze from Saharan dust. Yeah, the dust from the Sahara travels all the way across the Atlantic, and if there's a Bermuda high, it gets funneled up the East Coast. That's one of the primary reasons we have haze in the summer. One of the reasons. There's other sources of haze also. Cat is in the UK, I believe. Okay. Ralph Smart. Yeah, Ralph Smart. Love Ralph. Good. So Mr. Floyd knows who he is also. All right, so this will be for us for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So that's when we're really, going into this portal. It's the Lions Gate. Now, what happens right around the end of July? So this happened a day or two ago. It's said anyway that we entered the Lions Gate portal, and part of that's because the star Sirius becomes visible in the southeast sky in the pre-dawn hours. So Sirius is a fixed star of 14 degrees Cancer. You can't really see it when the sun's in Cancer because the sun's out, but once we trend into Leo season, once we give it a few days, and the dog days of summer begin. So anyway, my ears are buzzing. So Spirit is trying to talk to me. What do we have to say? Yes. Lovely thought, but they're saying that the line is really in the heart. So what we want to do is to, they're funny. That's a lovely thought, that the Lionsgate portal is within, it's in the heart. So the idea is to prepare for that is to really work with the heart center, and you can even visualize beautiful golden light, like lion color, just expanding through the heart. And so as we enter in, as we trend closer to August the 8th, it becomes a numeric portal because of the numerology of 8/8, but it's also right in the heart of Leo. Most years, the 15 degrees Leo actually happens on the 7th. This year, I think it's happening on the 6th. But anyway, it's the heart of Leo season, and the star Sirius aligns with the with what is it, the belt of the Orion's belt, and then makes an alignment to the pyramid of Giza. So the Lionsgate portal was celebrated in ancient Egypt. So it's not just like a new age type of a thing that one day somebody decided, hey, let's make this a portal, and then it happened. No, it's actually been celebrated for millennia. That's the word I'm looking for. Well, thank you. To hit the like button, yes, and maybe we can share this with more people. Thank you for that. And heart of the line. Yes, the heart is the Stargate. So thank you for that. For that confirmation there. Yes, hot, sunny, and so it's hot, sunny, beautiful morning in New York. Yeah, it's pretty hot up here in the Catskill Mountains also. very hazy. Nice day though. So anyhow, right along here. So I just need to clear my mind a second. And now they're showing me the cat in the hat in my mind, the Dr. Seuss. So perhaps it's, partly spiritual way of saying, let's keep a sense of humor now. Let's keep a child like. Well, this is a great card because it's the wish card, although it can be a card of overindulgence also. But it's taken to be the wish card in tarot. So this might be a good time when you do the meditation to really visualize what it is that you wish in your life, but make that wish your reality. So we're gonna, just because of the card they came up, we're gonna shift the process just slightly. I mean, the same rules apply. So like any other meditation, first thing is you get very present, open, relax, get present and open. Now, this is the Morgan Greer deck. If you have your own tarot cards, find your you find your your 9 of cups in that deck. And so when you're really relaxed and open, and you're very open of heart, this is the Lion Gate portal. The line is the sign Leo. Leo rules the heart, so it's very much about the heart. It's always about the heart, but especially now. So really opening at the heart, and then you step into the card. So in your mind, you actually step right into this tarot card. What do you feel as soon as you step in? So you've got to be present. You can't be thinking, because when you're thinking, you're not going to feel the subtleties of energy. So you want to really become a nobody, as Dr. Joe Dispenza would say. So, you're not a name, you're not a body, your energy, your frequency. You become aligned with your higher self or spirit or source. And it's still in a human experience, or in a physical human experience, but you transcend that. So you're very present, very open, no thinking, very relaxed. Step into the card, and immediately, how do you feel differently? What do you feel? And then you may, beyond what's shown in this card, which is just the entrance point to this other reality, what else is going on in this reality you can't necessarily see in the card? There might be other spirit guides, there might be other things going on, other symbols, other messages, or whatever. But the idea, when you step into the portal now, you have your heart open, and you allow your heart and your brain to blend. So that's heart-brain coherence. So when you really feel gratitude, appreciation, your heart's open, you're not thinking. The heart and the mind tend to blend, because when you bring your heart into coherence, it brings the brain into vibrational coherence. And then you're not programmable anymore, because you're working in the heart frequency. Hearts can't get programmed, only brains can, right? Or negatively programmed. You can get positively programmed with the heart program, which is love, compassion, gratitude, wanting to give everybody a big hug or a great big group hug. But the idea, again, is your open heart, and as you step in, you want to visualize like what you wish for is already happening. So set that intention. Just to take a minute to get really relaxed, get really open your heart, feel magnified gratitude, magnified compassion. And if you tap into that energy, there's a shift. It's not even subtle. There's an energy shift. I get a huge head rush when I do that. And I know my heart and my brain are blending. I know I'm tapping into higher frequencies that my physical body or my physical life is about. It's a more of a spiritual vibration that we always have access to anyway. It's just our thoughts and our attention being so hyper focused on the physical takes away attention from what's going on in the energetic and the spiritual. So when we get present and open our heart and blend, we start to allow the physical to fade and allow us to be more aware of the energetic or the spiritual. So once you're there, you want to make your reality very real, that your dreams already manifested. So you feel like whatever it is, for me, one of my points of attraction is that I'm visualizing either living in Hawaii, or at least having a house there that I can go to on the Big Island. So when I do my visualization, I'm not there. I'm not wishing I was there. I'm not thinking I was there. I'm there. I'm smelling the air. I'm seeing the palm trees. I'm seeing the breeze. I'm seeing my beautiful home. and I'm there in my mind. I'm there, and it's real in that moment. And if you're not in your physical, but you're rather expanding into the quantum level, the quantum field, or the realm of spirit, you feel gratitude. That's the energy. You send a strong signal into the field, and you start to manifest that in vibration and energy, and then it manifests physically. So take that in with you with that, and then see what message you get. Maybe what earthly steps do you need to do. Although if you do this properly, you bring what you desire to you, basically. It's not like you have to work hard and toil. You actually create the vibrational field, you attract that, synchronicities line up, and then you know what earthly steps you need to do. That becomes grist for the mill, so to speak. But what you desire comes to you in crazy synchronicities and all that kind of stuff. And that's basically it. Yeah. Hi, Janet F. Welcome. Hi, KD. I'm just seeing who else came in. Yeah, being that your name is Janet, you're kind of reminding me that we're at the 1 year, or is it the 2 year anniversary already of one of my favorite mediums, Janet No Havoc's passing into the realm of spirit. Who's the founder of the Journey Within Church in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, spiritualist church that would be. She was a great medium. She is a great medium from the other side now. But anyway, just reminded me. All right, so we have the idea. So let's do a 3-card spread and just see what spirit can bring through. Maybe to give us a little bit of a heads up of how this energy shift's going to reflect on the physical world. They're going to be breakdowns of systems. That's already happening. As I've been forecasting for a few months, we've already had one of the candidates step down. Will we have a second one step down? I don't think in the summer, but maybe in the autumn. That was my original prediction, that neither name would be on the ballot come November. So at this point, I'll at least be half right with that prediction, right? For what it's worth. I mean, it's not about the messenger anyway. It's about the message, but we like to be right. Psychics like to be right. It's kind of in our DNA. I'm just kind of looking at your comments also. Oh yeah, so that's something newsworthy. And there's 2 schools of thought of that. Some people think it's very blasphemous. Other people think it's very artistic and clever, and almost like exposing some of the darkness in the society or whatever. But I didn't see it. I don't know. But in any event, so Colleen saying her dream home has always been in Maui. Yeah. Oh, good. So maybe you'll be there too, right, Millie? Right there too. And what else? So Maui or Kauai. Yeah, those are beautiful. They're all beautiful islands. And then Laura's saying if they prove the election was stolen, then there would be no need for this election. But they can't prove that, though. Yeah, there's not enough. I mean, it may be true. I mean, I kind of lean towards that, but all along, back in 2020, 2021, when there were all these predictions, mostly from the far right, that the election would be restored, Trump would be president. If you were following me, I was like, no, that's not going to happen. It's not going to be resolved. Trump's not going to be president between 2020 and 2024. So, and of course, that's what happened. Oh, Suzette, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for the super sticker and for the donation. Beautiful, beautiful. All goes to support the channel, so I thank you so much. Yeah, the only place I've been to Maui, but that was only a stopover. So the only place I've really been to in Hawaii is the Big Island. But anyway, on that note, let me clear my mind a second. Even though that's a spiritual channeling using divination cards, spirit still has to lead me to the right physical card. We're still operating in a physical 3D, even if energetically we're in higher dimensions. All right, so clearing mind. When I'm thinking, I'm not connecting, but when I'm connecting, I'm not thinking, right? So that's how it works with spirit communication. I'm here. It's all over. What's all over? That's a good question. Uh, Maybe the whole like corruption is getting exposed, or the whole House of Cards society that we live in is falling. What's all over? Let's see if they can answer that. Um, yeah, the Judgment card. We got that last time. All right, so here's the cards that I pulled. So a couple of things, that coming up. Wow. So Collins saying an Elvis story. That so and anyhow, so that was filmed in Kauai. That's pretty cool. Uh, hope Maui is healing also. Yeah, it's slow and hard, but anyway. So Judgment's the awakening. Again, it's crossing that proverbial river or stream, so to speak. Not necessarily parting the seas, but it's kind of like remind us, we can't go back to where we've been, but we don't know exactly where we're going yet. And a lot of illusion and delusions have to fall. So there's a lot of scrambling. Now, this card, the when I see the high priestess reverse, I just say be aware of like tricknology, the systematic ways that we get fooled by the powers that be in this world. But look at that in your own lives. The thing is, you're getting an upgrade, and not everybody around you is. I mean, we all are on some level, but those that aren't doing the work aren't really getting it the same way that you are. Don't worry about people that may not be judging you negatively or ridiculing you, or that are not growing the same way that you are. The idea is, and part of the preparation for this is really finding a place of grace, a place of energetic or spiritual solitude. That doesn't mean you can't be around people, but being able to separate from the collective. And there's a little technique that I teach that I'll share now, because the collective is really, really crazy. We can't help but to be connected. That's part of our quantum existence. We're not separate beings. We're part of a divine whole, basically, but we're still individual manifestations that divine whole, having individual experiences and working, growing, and evolving in individual ways. But we always take from the collective and bring back to the collective. So we're always connected. But the collective is flat out sick and crazy right now. It's not people's fault. It's part of the systematic programming that we've been undergoing for thousands of years, basically. But it's ramped up a lot in the last several years, partly because there's more sophisticated technology and ways of doing it, though the formula is still the same. Invoke fear and panic, separation, guilt and shame. You bring people into those lower emotional frequencies, and then they become incoherent of heart and brain, and then they're easily led around like sheep or lemming, basically. It's like, we rely on money for our survival, right? So they tap into the survival instinct. If they're like monkeying around with the money, it's like one hand it's a good economy, but yet on the same hand, it's in turmoil, basically. And we're still in inflation, so that they're using these things to try to get us out of coherence. So the line and the lionscape is reminding us to get back into the heart, to work with the heart. When you're truly in the heart frequency, you're in the eye of the storm, you can be aware of everything that's going on around you, yet you're in this place of calm. And the eye is where the storm gathers a lot of its strength and energy. That's the lowest pressure of like a hurricane, and everything swirls around that eye. So if you be there, and that's the heart. So if you want to separate from the collective, light a candle. Yeah, I have a candle lit here. Oh yeah, you can see it. I'm using my iPhone as a camera now. If you're noticing that all of a sudden that the video quality is vastly improved, I've got a new phone. I can now do it this way. One of these days, I have a Canon M50. One of these days, I'll learn how to use that also. But in any event, so you light a candle, you get very relaxed, present, open of heart. So you feel your heart opening to spirit, expanding and growing, going into heart coherence, gratitude, love, all those positive emotions. And I gaze, not stare, but a focused gaze, and you're right in the bright spot, right above the wick, gazing at it. feeling my heart opening. Then in my mind, I step inside the candle and I visualize, imagine. Imagination is very powerful. It's setting an intention with spirit. When you imagine, if you're present, you're not daydreaming. You're in presence. You're aligned with spirit or source. So I'm imagining and visualizing I'm inside the flame, and the flames are separating me and protecting me from any negativity from the collective. And I think we need to do that once, twice, 3 times per day. In order to be able to help the collective, sometimes we need to step out. So this is reminding me to do that. There's just so much to see. There's so much that's coming down. I just think the house of cards is really falling. We're seeing signs of that. I don't think it's going to be able to survive the massive energetic upgrade and shift that we're now going into with the collective quantum leap. They'll try to hold on, because that's what the darker forces, if you want to call them darker or more negative forces, try to do. Now, keep in mind that that's our teacher. We live in this 3D reality that's subject to both high and low frequencies, and we learn through this interplay of opposites. We learn how to reestablish oneness and wholeness through understanding the interplay of opposites. So the negativity and evil is actually a necessary part of our growth at this phase of our evolution, collectively and individually. So we can't, try to avoid being angry about it and accepting it as a teacher, basically. That doesn't mean you have to like it. That doesn't mean you necessarily have to be like, oh yeah, they're ruining all of our lives. La-di-da, la-di-da. Let me light some incense and meditate. That's not what I'm saying. We need balance, but we have to understand that this is part of our learning and growth. In this phase of our evolution, challenge is our greatest teacher, basically. Those petty tyrants in our lives. And I remember this way back in the day when I was reading Carlos Castaneda novels. And in Journey to Ixtlan, he talked a lot. He dove into the phenomena of the petty tyrant. That person that just gives you hell and crap your whole life. Well, not your whole life, but for months or years or whatever. At the end of the day, they wind up becoming your greatest teacher. And we have to also understand that free will is a new concept in the collective, because for thousands of years we had no free will. Whether you were indigenous, rich or poor, you were a slave to something, basically. So because it's so new, and because our survival instinct likes familiarity, people subconsciously choose bondage in their life, whether it's a relationship that keeps them stuck, or an abusive boss, or whatever it is. So it's a choice that we make on a subconscious level. So if we understand that's very helpful. And the petty tyrants become our best teachers. If we understand we chose that as part of our learning and growth, that then all is good. So anyways, I blindly inspired, and anybody else they got in. And Katie saying candles are healing indeed. I love Carlos Castaneda too. Yes. Yeah, just looking at some of your comments. All right. So we would say micro, macro. Wow, surprise for babies. Oh, sorry. Sad, yet big pictures, beautiful life. Okay, sorry about your loss to spirit. But spirit gained an angel. And we are in that cat season. The lyre and star seeds are very happy around this time, because that's where we get the feline people, according to Dolores Cannon and others that know a lot more about this than I do. Less love ways versus negative. Yeah. All right. So anyway, what else? A couple of things. I mean, keep an eye on the Olympics, and maybe a few mini, like, I don't want to even say terrorists. I don't want to even put that intention out there, but a few mishaps, a few miscues, or clashes might be a better word. So keep an eye on that. There's something else that was important. I can't think of it right now. Oh well, if it comes to me, let me just clear my mind a second. I feel like saying a lot of people moving. They show me this big eye as I'm clearing my mind. Like I do believe this is a good time to work on your intuition, to be able to anticipate things. Yeah, there could be some just separation from people that are draining in your life, some pulling away from society. But again, we're heading into that Lionsgate portal of the heart. Um, Big shifts of the collective, big shifts of, it's a quantum leap. So just stay grounded, focused. You try to take good care of your body. So eat well, do some yoga, some breathing. So let's see these next 3 weeks as we're undergoing the shift, the more in the space of shunya, the 0 point, or pure presence that we can be, the more that spirit can act on us to shift our vibrational fields in order to align with the new energies that are coming in. And then we'll get some new upgrades and some new insights. And a lot of us are going to get some new ideas of how we want to share with people, with the world, what we want to teach, what we want to learn. So I think that there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, look, yeah, they were also saying August 1st. Now that, when I was meditating this morning, they're saying around August 1st, August 2nd. That's this week. So that's coming right up, Thursday and Friday. That's when the quantum leap begins. I mean, in an electron, it happens like in a millionth of a second or several millionths of a second. That's why it's called the quantum leap. As I've explained before, it's not really a leap. It's just moving from one level of energy to a higher level very, 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 very fast. Now, in the macro level and in consciousness, it's not going to be like that. It's a process that we're starting to enter into. That may take several weeks, several months, or even a year or two. But that's still, like in the macro, that's still like a blink of the eye, like a millionth of a second. It's such as far as like quantum time goes. So in any event, what happens, just like the electron, we go into a higher energetic field as a collective also. That higher energetic field creates higher consciousness. That means all these lower systems in our physical world take a huge energetic hit and they start to fall. Meanwhile, you start to elevate and start to connect more with your higher guides, more with your higher intuition, more with your higher abilities to heal yourself and assist others in doing the same, and all that good stuff. Again, it's an evolutionary leap that's going on. So prepare for that. I feel like Harris, who's running for president now, is going to come under a lot of heat. I wonder if RFK is going to make any noise. I'm seeing like another candidate trying to move in, or somebody else trying to challenge it, and then bringing up her past and stuff like that. I don't even know what her past is. Or things like that. Could be a question of citizenship or that kind of a thing. But in any event, yeah, there could be a dark horse candidate, so that may be something else to look out for. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be I mean, they're saying not a full on collapse of the financial system, but a partial collapse. It could be a full on in the month of August. I mean, timelines can change, so this you suppose it, strong economy that to me is just putting a band-aid on a gaping wound and saying, see, it stopped bleeding. We're in a good economy, basically. Um, I think that there's going to be something falling. So we'll see. And I'm going to be doing the August psychic forecast on Tuesday. That's going to be a live event here. We're not doing yoga time at 5. I know I said we were going to do that, but there's some things that happened that Doreen, of the Children's School of Yoga, she can't do it today, basically. So it's probably going to be in 2 weeks. So hang in there. We have a whole playlist of her yoga classes. Anyway, what are you guys saying? People want to throw on, say, yeah, jump into the den of lions. Yeah, we can do that. Thanks for that, Kamala, please, and thank you. Yeah, RFK and William, Marion Williamson would certainly be interesting. Yeah, I mean that would make things interesting. Yeah, yeah. I choose not to partake in such Algorithm. Hey, agree to disagree. Okay, yeah. Yeah, love Doreen. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we love Doreen also. Thank you. Yeah, and there's in the early June, when I first made public, with you guys I did before, but I first made public, I feeling that Biden, or I said one of the candidates was going to pull out in the summer. Um, oh God, there's a reason for me saying that, and I forgot what the reason is. Anyway, it came true, but that's not the reason I wanted to say that. Um, all right, I lost that thought, but it may come back anyways. Anyhow, so we're talking about the financial class. All right. But that's necessary to rebuild it. I mean, is it going to be a quantum financial system like some people are saying? I mean, I think it could be kind of a hybrid in a way, but utilizing those principles. So that's kind of more equality of wealth. So it's less linear. That's what quantum means. It's more energetic, basically. Uh, Oh yeah, yeah. The thought that I was gonna say was when I did that forecast originally, I said keep an eye on what's his name, Gavin Newsom. The infamous California governor. Now, if Kamala is indeed the one, she will have to change her residency in order for Gavin Newsom to even be the vice presidential candidate, because they're both Californians. That's not allowed. Funny, you're allowed to be a convicted felon and run for president, but you can't have a running mate from the same state running, basically. Although Gavin Newsom's enough to lose California anyway, his home state. So I think the political strategists are going to go with a different choice for her. But anyway, we'll see. And what are you saying about Kamala? Was keeping people in jail past their sentence for years. Well, hopefully all this stuff will come out. Yeah, and all the exploitation of labor. That we know about that in China since the 1970s and 80s. Yet comes the 2020s, there's still free trade with China. So this country in the Western world is knowingly and wittingly supporting the exploitation of labor, because it's cheaper, and it'd be such a meltdown of the world's international structure with the country if we cut China off. That would be World War III right there. So there's more to the story, obviously, but in any event, so anyway, yeah. There's 37 now. We got a few new people. So the new people that came in, if you want to start from the beginning, that's cool. I'm going to go into other divination tools. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. And I know we all have other. Okay, let me know you guys can hear me, because it looks like for some reason my mic got muted. Okay, so the audio went off. It should be back on now. I know there's a delay. Um, okay, good. All right, excellent. I don't know how that happened. You've got a lot of new stuff here. I've got a new phone. There's always, technology. There's always going to be a glitch. For those that are entertaining a transhumanism or interfacing with technology, remember, technology always has a glitch. No matter how sophisticated, there's always a flaw with it. That's life. All right. Hi, Felicia, Salvador. Welcome. Pre-Mercury retrograde. Yeah, we are in the approach to Mercury retrograde. That happens on the 5th. So the good news is that the retreat ends on the 4th. But we'll still be in the station, so that'll make for some interesting stuff. As I'm talking, I feel like we're going to get some extraterrestrials during that retreat. Some star beings are gonna work with us too. We'll see. We'll see what happens. By the way, I'll leave some information when this becomes a video in the pinned comment. like I said, there's 2 more spaces open. If anybody wants to jump in. I mean, I'm fine with the numbers the way they are, so I'm not trying to plug or push anything, but there may be somebody out there that really needs this work, so I'll always put it out there. Solar sneezes. Yeah. I guess that's that M-class solar flares, like a sneeze, right? That we had this morning. All right, so clearing my mind. I think I found my. No, I didn't find my card yet. This one. Okay. Warrior of Pipes. That's the knight of something. I think Pipes has wands. Very active energy. Keep yourselves active. Part of this energy shift means we shouldn't stagnate. Depending on your level of fitness, do some exercise. Whatever it is, do some meditation where you're moving energy through your body. Learn to feel the flow. That happens when you get very present and open the heart. You feel the prana around you and flowing through you. I mean, we feel that all the time, anyways. But again, our consciousness is more on the physical. It's not on the energetic. That's how we're programmed. So the more you meditate and work with the flow, the more you reprogram your mind to always be aware of it. I'm always aware of energy moving through my body. There's always vibrations in my spine. I'm always feeling that, sometimes much more than others. But I've been doing this for 40 years now. I've been meditating on and off for 40 years anyways. Yes, horses. Yes, horses and getting ready for battle. So the battle's within sometimes, it's like the external battle, the big bad cabal or whatever is a reflection of the inner battle. Like, what is it within ourselves? The inner cabal or deep state that we're battling within. The control systems that we're not even aware about that are dictated through our subconscious programming. That starts to dissolve the more we go into our heart. And the physical wars, though there's bloodshed, displacement, and lives lost, and heartache, the lion's share of war happens on the cyber battlefield. It's a psychological war also. It's a demoralization. It's a hurting of the masses to get them on board with an ideology that's not even theirs. It's just programmed into their subconscious. That's what we're up against. So when you're in the eye of the storm, you have to be able to discern who's teachable and reachable and who isn't, and not to engage those that aren't reachable and teachable. And me having a YouTube channel, getting my share of negative comments, it's an ongoing learning process for me to not engage with them unless I feel in my heart that person, even though they're being negative, can be reached. Then I may answer, and then if I prove to be wrong, goodbye. So anyway, all right, so somebody's talking about another important issue that I think is getting exposed also in this quantum shift as well. New York alone is beyond 8 locations. Thank you for that self-battle. Yeah, thank you for that also. And hi, horses. Also, if I missed you, or Karma, yes, that's your name. My battle's very much within. Mine is too. And like giving pearl to the swine, laying your pearls before the swine. Right. I've been guilty of that. More than once here on YouTube. And that became a line in a Peter Gabriel song. You lay your pearls before the swine, make the monkey blind, monkey. On the surface, that song "Shock the Monkey" is about animal testing, but there's a deeper message. Like all of Peter Gabriel's music, there's always a deeper message. So anyway, the warrior pipes is straightforward, a straight shooter. Be honest, be true to yourself. Do things to keep the energy moving. Don't stagnate. Do your walks. If anybody's on that's disabled, wheelchair bound or whatever, you can. The interesting thing is, if you do things in your mind, it has effects on the body. And there was studies done with people lifting weights. It's a control group, and then people visualizing lifting weights. And the people that were visualizing developed about, I think, a quarter to a third of the muscle mass than the people that were actually lifting the weight. So yeah, you can sit on your butt, visualize, and get some benefits visualizing you're doing the exercise. You got to be good at visualizing it and feeling it. You know, they're trained. It's like you smell the stink, you feel the burn. You're like you're really there exercising, and and it really helps. But I'd say, for people, if anybody isn't, in a wheelchair, or they just can't walk or exercise, if you can do this with your fingers, just in and out like this, or hold this straight. If you do that, you get energy moving through the whole body, and it raises chi and prana. I learned this through martial arts training. And the frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves, and ourselves are source. All right, that reminds me. Let's do a our sacred geometry card, assuming that I have them out. Where's my oh, here they are. Where's my sacred geometry deck? Uh-oh. What USB accessory is disabled? They're telling me a USB thing is disabled. That's either my microphone or my camera. So if you're not seeing or hearing me, let me know, please. Of course, if you're not hearing me, you won't hear that. Oh, yes, Janis Joplin, a.k.a. the Pearl. Very good, yes. Okay, so, I did not mean to do that. All right, well, Spirit wanted me to do that. Yes, I slap legs for circuit. Yeah, slap your leg, your arms, your stomach, your back. That gets moving also. Don't stagnate. That's the message. Yeah, I mean, I exercise, I work out, I do yoga, I take walks, but don't mentally or emotionally stagnate either. If you're going through negative emotions, feel energy clearing that. Negative emotions are just survival-based emotions. They're not negative if you're in a survival situation. They could save your life, right? All right. Lymphatic drainage, thank you. All good. And 5 times 5. Okay, very good. Here we go. So the one we got is realization, 37. Beautiful solar colors. You might know, with a little bit of Venusian energy thrown in the middle with that green and turquoise. But the message here is the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So this is interesting. So one of the ways to work with these cards is, you just gaze in the middle and just kind of let the sacred geometry just kind of sort of just blend with you and stuff like that. 3710, new beginnings. Yeah, 10's a new beginnings. So often 10, especially in tarot, is new beginnings born out of completions also, but it does reduce to 1. Yes. Yeah, so what you want to do when you do your heart expression, feel like your heart chakra is blending with the consciousness. So this is a way you can take this to another level, doing heart-brain coherence. So when you're really in that, you're in the eye of the storm, you're in love, you're gratitude, then feel like you are blending with all of collective. In other words, instead of being a victim to what's going on energetically, well, I don't want to use the word victim, but instead of being affected, overly affected by other people's energies or whatever, you become the beacon of light and truth to vibrate that into the collective, to vibrate love and peace. So that's a really good exercise, for this next 3 weeks or so. Feel your heart open, feel the line within, feel the golden light, feel love, gratitude, magnify that appreciation. I'm just grateful for the present moment because I know it's perfect right now. Everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. If I'm having a crappy day or I'm in pain or whatever, well, guess what? That's my own personal story. It does not take away from the perfection of this now moment. Although my monkey mind wants me to believe that it does, but it doesn't really do that. So so you feel that gratitude. You expand that in your body, expand that in your orbit, expand that into the fields, and make that part of the collective quantum leap. More love, more gratitude, more higher vibrations. So that's what I'm getting out of that also. So Katie's saying, your chi, yes, chi needs movement. Walking doesn't help. Got to smack him around. Find something. Yeah, walking alone, doesn't have the same effect as smacking yourself up. Absolutely. Now, if you do conscious walking and you breathe and you consciously move chi through your body when you're walking, then that can help. But anyhow, so let's see, lots more to do. So I have the Isis Oracle deck. By the way, later day, I might just shoot a really quick video about August 1st, just to have something else on the channel about that. So Divine Sunchild, blessings of the Sun Falcon. I need to, the Sun Falcon. Kind of like the Ra symbol or whatever that is, or Ra, maybe that's Ra here. StreamYard's opposite land here. So if I think I'm going right, I'm going left and vice versa on the screen. Then there's the falcon. Yeah, we have plenty of peregrine falcons in my area, and hawks and eagles. Almost looks like an eagle face, but I guess it's a falcon. And the divine sunchild. We're all divine sunchild children. So this is a time to really claim that, that we are children of the sun. I forgot the artist's name, but I'm hearing that song in my mind, Children of the Sun, as I'm talking about it. And I'm seeing a lot of eagles, lots of messengers from Ra, basically. So you can do a little bit of sun gazing. It's best to do that when the sun's very low, so you don't hurt your eyes. You gaze right in the sun. Let the sun's frequency, through your eyes and heart, and let that, bathe you with the sun, or go out in the sun and just you absorb some of the frequencies of the sun, because the sun expresses the energies of the central sun, which is the spiritual sun, which is great source, spirit, or God. So we can get some of the energetic downloads through the sun. Now, you don't necessarily have to be out in the sun, because they get carried through neutrinos that go through everything. So you're inside, you're getting neutrinos from the sun going through you, and a neutrino can pass through your entire body without touching a single atomic nuclei once. And why is that? Because the atoms that make up our body, really 99.99999% empty space, and within that empty space is energy. So we're energy. We're not matter. We're not form. We only appear that way. Ours, the divine sunchild. Thank you for posting that, meaning also. All right. Anyhow, so what else do we have here? Oh, I always like to get one of Kyle Gray's divination decks. I've got angels and ancestors with me. Divine Masculine too. Thank you. That's again going to the card that I just pulled. So that's opening the Divine Masculine as well. All right. Oh, this was easy. I went right. I didn't have to think about it. This is the wise one. Grow within your current situation. So they've got an owl, and the owl almost has, it's a moon, but it's almost like the Hathor crown on top of the owl also. So here's that. So this is the wise one. So let the wise one into your heart and into your life, basically. And accept the wisdom. The wisdom of the cycles of life is what I'm seeing. The death is birth, birth is death. There's only 3 moments that are going to define this lifetime, basically. That's your birth, your death, and the present moment right now. Those 3 points of time blend all time into your current experience. So those are the 3 points of time that are important in your life: your birth, your death, and your the present now, and the present moment. So when you get into the present moment, you can change things in your past and your future, basically. 1155, yes. So what else? I always like to do our animal totem card for the week. Again, I'm not going to have tarot time next Sunday because I'll be in retreat. And we'll resume the following Sunday. It's entertaining, maybe doing it on Sunday, but my high will go over and said, Adam, you're going to be wiped after this retreat. You're going to need Monday just to do nothing, basically. So I'm going to listen to that. White flash of an owl flew by my day. Yeah. Oh, feminine also. So you got divine masculine and divine feminine. Yeah, Billy Squire's cool. I like Billy Squire too. Here we go. This is the one. We got an elk. Elks are very strong, right? They're very strong and sturdy. Yeah, they're like giant deer. Do I have the book? Yeah. Excuse me. We'll leave the card. I'll disappear for a second. Stamina. That's what it is. Stamina. I'll see if I'm right about that. We will need our stamina. Yes, for this period of time. Let me see. Number 3. Let me find number 3. 4 is deer. Yeah, so it's literally stamina in the book also, and it just kind of says, all right. Elk medicine teaches that pacing yourself will increase your stamina. Elk medicine people may not be the first ones to arrive at a goal, but they always arrive without getting burnt out. I was just talking about that. If you have taken on too much recently, it might be a good idea to look at how you plan to finish what you have started without ending up in the hospital. I think that's good advice. So be like the elk, have stamina, have strength. Don't push yourself so hard, slow and steady when there's the race, right? And Christina loves that. Mr. Floyd saying that I have an elk video from Rocky Mountain. Oh, beautiful. And that's up. So check out Mr. Floyd Channeling's channel if you want to get some wisdom from Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael. And he has that. And check out The Who The, no, not The Who. That's the rock band. Who The, you have Jared's channel that's getting better from what I'm seeing with a lot of ancient wisdom, Vedic, Hindu knowledge, chanting, just how to live, with grace, dignity, and love. Basically, great stuff going on there. And Millie has a channel also. So a lot of you, and if I'm missing any of you guys that has a YouTube channel, you can network with us. We are a community. We are not in competition with each other. We are supporting one another towards a common goal, which is awakening. Live fire Saturday night. If we can do that, yeah, we're gonna do a home on Saturday night. Yeah, after a message circle. I'm gonna send 1 or 2 more emails because I want somebody to bring up a good camera that can catch orbs. iPhones don't do a good job catching the orbs and the phenomena. While I'm channeling, while we're doing the Oma, and yeah, we yeah, as long as everybody's cool with it, which I knowing who's coming to this retreat, there's only there's 11. There's 10 paying and one assistant, so there's only 12 of us, including me, unless somebody gets in the last minute. Like I said, there's room for 2 more if anybody wants to. It's going to be amazing. Spirit Fest, spiritual expansion and growth during the heart of the coming to the heart of the Lion's Gate. So anyway, did I convince anybody yet? Here's the here we go. We got Bridget for our angel message, and Bridget says caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. So I think that's a good general message. We're heading in such uncertain times, and as I'm saying, that friends can turn to enemies, enemies can turn to friends right now because there's so much shifting. People will reveal themselves. So, caution doesn't mean to be fearful; it just means to be aware. When you're open at the heart and you're very sensitive, you'll pick up on anything that where caution is warranted. And she's kind of looking into the light anyway. It's almost like the light's coming out of this. It almost looks like a chalice, so it's hard to tell. Very good. Yeah, frenemies. Thank you, Jody. Yeah. All right, you can. That would be great. So anyhow, um, Katie, are you in Ellenville? Ellenville's not far from me. Crystal Connection, the most amazing crystal shop I know of. All right, got a great 35 millimeter multiple lenses. Wait, Mill, are you coming to the retreat? Hold on, I didn't see your name unless you went by another name. That'd be awesome. uh, but anyway, I'll put that out in the email for people that are going to the retreat. If somebody with a good camera, please ring it. All right, Saint Bridget, thank you for that. Saint Bridget, Bridget, which is Brigid, also, it's a goddess, a Celtic goddess too. And guiding businesses. Wow. All right. Manifesting it. All right. Keep manifesting it. If the spot's open, and yeah, I don't know if there's a way to private message you, Millie, but if there is, let me know somehow, some way. All right. Okay. So anyhow, so we're gonna end. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys. Tuesday night we're gonna do the August psychic forecast channel messages. Wednesday we're going to do mediumship on the medium channel, so you can just come in for an hour or so, and I'll just see what spirit's saying, get messages for as many people I can from your loved ones that have departed to the spirit world. So that's going to be in celebration of Lammas, which is technically on August the 1st. Which is basically midsummer, so we're be right at Midsummer's Day then. All right, very good, very good. Thank you, everybody. So we're ending now. Love you. Till next time.